Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Malefa Jamini. To those who are new here and those who are coming back, thank you. Today's Sunday and I've decided to do a sit down video. It's been a while, and this is because on my previous sit down, I've done 2 sit down videos so far, and the reception was quite good. People really do enjoy sit down videos, so I thought that since my content is more lifestyle and I'll be doing a whole lot of vloggings, let me just sit down and talk about some of the things that I do on a day-to-day basis. But I've decided, as you've already seen from the title of this video, to title it Living in One of Your Answered Prayer. And this is not because I have it all figured out or I am in control of everything, but it's because I've gotten to a place in my life where I've learned gratitude. And in me being grateful has really made me realize that I'm actually living in one of my answered prayers, right? So I personally have went through a whole lot of things. I've went through mental health and things that had triggered mental health. I've went through things that really have triggered my well-being, right? And I didn't just wake up and decided that, oh, I'm wholesome, oh, my life is going to be a great one, or I'm content, or whatever. It took a whole lot of creating. It took a whole lot of change in behavior, change in habits. It took transition, basically, and we already know that change is really difficult and transition is not easy either. So I decided when I was in varsity that I really want to be myself, because I felt like the whole time I was there, I was trying to be somebody that I didn't even know. Like, when you just want to be somebody but you don't even know, like, I really have identity issues, and it took a whole lot from me to actually decide that actually I really want to love myself a little bit more, right? And this is the part in my life where I can actually safely say that I have arrived in a place that I've actually wanted to always be at. And it's not an issue of arriving, because with self-love, with contentment, with becoming, it's a process that is continuously going. It's never something that you actually say, I'm actually here. You actually consistently learn to become the person as time goes by. So I'm telling you guys, at some point in my life, I was really a mess. I didn't know who I was, and luckily, or rather for me, I knew who Christ is, and really I can really say that God has really taken me from a place where I didn't think I'd ever be at and brought me here. And it took a whole lot, and it really took a whole lot. So firstly, I remember sitting down and saying, I really want to become a better version of me, because I knew that there's certain things that I cannot change about myself, and I had to accept them. So in order to do that, I needed to learn to be the better version of me, right? And I was like, you know what, I'm willing to be the better version of me. And what did that require from me? It required me to actually change, and it required me to narrow my circle. And in that was the most difficult thing. There was a point in my life where, like, I had to cut some people off and be selective about the people that I allow in my life. And I've always been intentional about the friends that I allow. So I had to cut people, relationship stops, whatever. And that was a point in my life where I was like, you know what, as much as it hurts to lose certain people, I'm willing to do it for my own peace, for my own mental health sake. And number one, narrow your circle, or let some people go, especially the people that are not good for your health, the people that are not good for you. People are not good for you when you see yourself consistently wanting to become like them, and not even in a good way. Like, when you're envying somebody. And because with me and my friends, I know that I can actually say, I really want to be like Matla, or I want to be like whoever, but I don't really mean that I want to look like her or anything. I know that she possesses good vibes, and that's something that is really beautiful, and you just want to have that kind of energy, but not necessarily copy the person they are, And for me, was more inspirational. Like, if that person does not inspire me to become the better version of me, then they're definitely not for me. And then I had learned to really look into my circle, and I was like, okay, this one is not good for me, this one is making me feel uncomfortable or insecure. Or friends who actually come to you and they make you feel like those friends that make you feel like they're better than you type of thing, and they make you feel really insecure about type of things. So even when you get like your when you guys are getting dressed up and stuff, and somebody says, but your eyebrows look ugly, but instead of fixing you, they just point out things that are wrong with you. And that was a place, the kind of friends that I decided that, you know what, I don't want this kind of friends anymore. And secondly, loving myself loving yourself, it's not an easy thing, right? Because you need to also not only cut the people off, but also cut the version of you that allows such people in your life. And that is the most difficult thing to actually do, because think about it. If you have to cut out something that consistently allows you, like, when you're, okay, let me rephrase this. You need to cut the version of you that allows people to take advantage of you, or allows certain people who are toxic to come into you. And for me was, I see the good in people so much. Like, I see, like, I always, somebody will tell me that, but you see all these red flags. But I'd always say, but she at least has a good heart. At least she did this for 1, 2, 3, or she was doing this for me, And that version is the one that I really struggle cutting off, because of the always giving people the benefit of the doubt, and making them feel like making myself feel like they actually still have a good side of them, and I can give them another chance. So that was the most difficult thing, but I had to do it either way. I had to cut that version where I say, actually, yes, she is good to certain people, yes, she has done this for me, but stop now, right? And eventually I got to that place, and I was able, and it took a whole lot of transition as well. And thirdly, having learned to love myself took a lot of sitting down and actually analyzing what is it that I like, what is it that I do not like, or what is it that I appreciate, and what is it that I do not appreciate. And also it's something that I had to now put myself in situations to see if this is actually something that I really like, or is this something that I just do because everyone is doing, and it was having to analyze, how do I feel after doing that thing. Like, for example, solo dates. I've always been about solo dates, but I didn't really know if I'm doing it because at that point, it makes me feel better to be away from people, or I genuinely really enjoy it. And I had to come to a place in my life where I had to now try it over and over again, and come back and reflect on how did it actually make me feel, And that is why journaling has been a big part of my life, because I sat down after a day out, or after all of these things, and I was like, okay, today I spent time with who, and this is how they made me feel. Today I did 1, 2, 3, and this is how it made me feel. Or today I did something that out of my comfort zone, and it made me feel this way, and then that way I could actually tell myself that, oh, actually I really like this, And for example, makeup was something that I've never thought I'd ever be about. I don't even want to I didn't think I'd ever be about makeup. And this one time I was just like, let me just take those things and try them out, And afterwards I sat down and I reflected, and I was like, I actually put an eyebrow today, and I felt really good, and I actually really like this thing, But I kind of also knew that this is not something that I really want to do full time or anything. Just it makes me feel good. So if I have to look good, then I will try and put it. Not that I know it or anything, but it's just something that I also learned out of my comfort zone. So yeah, I had to sit down and filter that. So now onto the point of today's topic, living in one of my answered prayers. I honestly think that the fact that I actually love myself, and I feel it within me, and I know it, and I exercise love to myself, and I practice it to myself, and I see with how I treat myself, with how I treat others, that I actually really do love myself, is one of my answered prayers, because I remember really, really kneeling down and asking God that I really, really want to love myself. I want to feel like I actually am content. I want to be excited to live my life. I want to be happy, But it only took sitting down and actually really deciding that I am intentionally loving myself. And after I sat down and decided that this is now the point in my life that I can really say that it took a U-turn and I've never really looked back. So I know what it's like to not love myself. I know what it's like to actually love myself. And I am really, really living in one of my answered prayers, in that the way I treat myself, it's with so much gentle, so much care. Like, those that meme that says what's into me now, what's into kind, or something like that. I'm not in Bogoto. I feel like I'm a kanda. Like, to me, I don't even need to, like, I'm literally an egg. And it's how people treat me, it's how I treat people, it's how I treat myself that made me realize that I'm actually an egg. And I've lived the most of my life trying to really treat myself like this, and I've gotten to that point now, and I'm really content with the kind of love that I exercise to myself. And you wonder, like, one thing social media will make you realize is that will make you realize that you're never really content, because one minute you're happy, one minute you're wondering, I wish I could have that Gucci bag, I wish I could have that Louis bag, or whatever. But that is not the whole point. The whole point, you don't need to look at it as that. You need to rather look at it as an inspiration. And what I personally have come to, the place that I've come into in my life, is the fact that I do the little things, or that little thing that I do to myself makes me really happy, is the reason that I will keep doing the little things. And for me, it's always one day at a time, and I've accepted that, and I've learned to be content with what I have at the moment, So I really, really just want to encourage you to look into one thing, at least one thing that makes you feel like, actually, I'm living in one of my answered prayers. And it could be anything. Like, some people really dream of having Gucci bags. So if that is your dream and you actually have it, do acknowledge that you are living in one of your answered prayers. But for me, it's more than materialistic. It's more than it's not materialistic to say that. It's the place that I've come into my life, the place of contentment that I've come into, that actually makes me realize that actually I am living in one of my answered prayers. And I cannot stress this enough. It takes really being grateful for one thing every day, or rather 3 things every day. Just that is why I believe in journaling so much. I believe journaling so much. I believe in putting down 1 or 2 or 3 things that I'm grateful for at that particular day. And that on its own keeps me going, gives me more things to be grateful for. So I cannot really stress this enough, you guys, especially ladies, and the guys who really watch my channel. I also really do appreciate it, and shout out to you guys. And then the ladies, because I know ladies really struggle with loving themselves more as opposed to guys. I want to encourage you to do like something that makes you happy, and once you're done with that, like, analyze, like, sit down and be grateful that you've done something that you are happy with. But generally, I must say that I am so grateful for how I'm becoming. I'm grateful for the person that I am becoming. I'm grateful for how I continue to treat myself and how I continue to treat other people. I get to realize that life is more than just myself. I've learned that delivering kindness to the next person is what makes the world go around, so I consistently try and live and try to be content and also pass it to other people. So that is just it from me today, you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Please tell me your experiences. Let me know what you guys have found to be your answered prayer. What is it that you think you're currently living in and is your answered prayer? Just let me know, you guys, so that we can just chat down on the comment section, and I'll respond. I'll be gladly. Like, tell me if you guys like these conversations and what more would you like to see on my channel. And I hope you guys are having a wholesome day, as I am. And I really appreciate that you guys have watched this video until this point. I genuinely do appreciate it. I don't take for granted that you took your time and decided to watch my video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you really like this video, and don't forget to comment your experiences. Tell me that you like it. If you did, just let's just keep it going and help me grow my channel. By clicking that subscribe button. I really appreciate it, and have a day as beautiful as me. I'm joking, you guys, but have a blessed day. I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.